What's up, you guys? It's Biz Coach C here with your next Six Secrets training today. So, if you are not a part of the Six Secrets to Six Figures Facebook group, then you definitely need to be joining. What we are doing in that group is teaching you how to earn six figures as a small business owner. And this is mainly for minority women who are in small business. So, if it seems a little off to you or that it's not your path, it's okay. You can take some of this information, apply it to what you have going for yourself, and it's definitely going to work the same way, right? Some of the steps may vary a little bit because it may be a little bit of differences between how you would do things, but that's who this is for. That's who it's centered around. But the training is going to be definitely still on posted on my major social media outlets, so you get to them. And speaking of my outlets, if you have not watched any of my trainings before, my name is Biz Coach C or Cynthia. I'm a small business coach and growth strategist. I help you start your business and grow it to high profitability. So whether that's a small business or larger organization, I'm here to support you in your first 0 to 5 years of business, specifically with getting things off the ground. Now, this particular training, though, I will have to say is a little bit different because we're not just talking about getting the business off the ground. We're also adding in the fact that we're trying to get our business to six figures, six-figure revenue generation. So this is the fifth training in the series, and today's is all about irresistible offers, creating something that's going to be irresistible to potential clients, potential customers. So irresistible offers on deck is what I'm calling it. So going to spend about an hour with you. Want to give a huge shout out to Southeastern Community College, who is partnering with me on this. Their Small Business Center, who is directed by Pam Jacobs. They are really great about supporting the community, what small business owners need. So if you see them, you're in North Carolina, around Southeast North Carolina, about an hour from the coast in Columbus County, that's who you want to hook up with to make sure you're growing your small business, right? And I work alongside them. And like I said, they're helping sponsor today's training. So huge shout out to Southeastern Community College Small Business Center and their director for today. So let's do a quick recap, because all of this, again, like I said, is about earning six figures in your business, right? So we're already on month 5. These trainings are going to have, there's one each month, right? There's a training each month to let you know exactly how to earn six figures in your business. How do you make that happen? And the other part of that is not just making it happen for the first time, but how can you maintain it? So whether you're watching today on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Instagram, I'm going to show you all the same way to make this happen. So in month 5 of this, that means this is the 5th lesson. So of course we've had 4 previous ones. So if you've been showing up and doing the work, I already know you're not the same business owner that you were when we started in month 1 with the first training. So let's get started. I want to show you guys all of this amazing stuff that I have for you today. So just lock in. All right. So road to 100K month 5, we're on irresistible offers on deck. I'm Biz Coach C, and this is also presented by Southeastern Community College Small Business Center. Let's do a quick recap of where we were before. So in month 1, we talked about having a 100K mindset, what it means for you to shift from survival mode to start giving your business some real CEO energy, what that feels like, what it looks like, what you should be doing. The second month in February of 2025, we talked about finding your profitable niche, which is all about you figuring out what people are actually willing to pay for in your business, what works for your biz, right? In month 3, we got into March talking about building a 6-figure brand, which is the next step up from that, and talked about how you can clarify your message, build an emotional connection with people who want to shop with you. And then last month in April, we talked about smart financial foundations, where I gave you my formula for how to allocate money within your business. I'm not going to give it to you again today. You've got to go back and watch the 4th training for smart financial foundations for that. And that's going to be on my YouTube channel. So in that 4th month, you learn how to budget and track your cash like a boss. Typically, what I do with these trainings is give you a tool to take with you. You will get the opportunity to download another one of these tools today about having an irresistible offer, what it means, how it's going, all of that good stuff, and how to make it happen. So that's going to be there for you, right? So What makes an offer irresistible to begin with? Let's just start there. Let's start with that. What makes your offer irresistible to begin with? So we're not just throwing prices on a package, right? And we're creating offers so good that they would actually feel silly if somebody said no. That's how good we want these offers to feel. We want these offers to feel so good with somebody that if they came across them, they would feel bad about actually letting it go and saying, oh my God, no, like I couldn't take advantage of that. That's how we want people to feel about these things, right? Yes. That's why we want people to be like, oh my God, I can't believe that I passed that up. That's how we want people feeling about the offers that we're putting in place. So the way that you build an offer like that is you have clear problem solving, which means it solves a specific pain point. You aren't jumping all over the place. It's very specific in the offer or what it solves. And then the second part of that is there has to be some sort of tangible and real transformation when somebody is dealing with your business, with your product or service. It has to be tangible. It has to be real. It has to feel real. They have to have the full experience. So there has to be some kind of change going on when somebody is experiencing your business, and you just cannot get away from that. Like, that is super important. If it's not transforming people, if it's not making their life easier, if it's not helping them make more money or find whatever solutions they need, you might as well count it out, because it is not going to work the same way, right? It's just not. That's how it is. That's how life is. That's how business is, and especially good business. So be careful with that, because you got to have a real solution. So let's take another look back here so you can understand what I'm saying with this. Here's the elements of your offer, right? If you're going to put together something that's going to make 6 figures, it's got to contain these 3 elements. Like, you cannot leave either one of these out. And as a 6-figure earner myself, I can tell you that it's not going to work without it. It is not going to work without it. So here is what I want you to do. I want you to make sure that what you're offering first has visible value, and that people can see it and know that it's actually making a difference. It's producing something amazing, but make sure people can see the visible value. That comes in the form of bonuses, fast action gifts, limited time offers, pricing that creates excitement, right? That's visible value. And then it's got to be backed by social proof. Like, it's got to be believable, but not just believable. You got to have proof that this thing actually works. So testimonials, before and afters, any sample groups that you've tried it with, screenshots of all of those things that build trust, case studies, right? All of these things, you have them in place so that you can be believable and people can understand, okay, this is a brand that can be trusted. Here's what I can do. Here's how it's going to work. And then lastly, there's got to be easy access. You never want to overcomplicate anything for your customer, because when you do, they get confused and they get lost, and nobody wants chaos, right? Chaos is one of the main things that drive people away. When things are not so simple enough that they cannot understand and they can't figure out how to make it work or how it's going to help them, you're creating chaos. So we don't want that. We want easy access for people, simple purchase processes, make it easier for them to buy, right? With a clear call to action, have the clearest CTA out here in the world, and remove any of that friction, any of that confusion that's locked around. How do I get to it? How do I download it? How do I purchase it? How do I use it? Answer all of those questions with anticipation, right? Anticipate any objections, anticipate any questions, anticipate any type of guessing game that you think a potential client may have. So here's a pro tip. Make your offer so juicy that when somebody comes across it, they feel like they're losing out on something if they're not buying, right? And you have to create that. And I would suggest that you focus on not just having that as an illusion, but actually making that the real deal, and understanding that you need to be able to communicate. If you aren't purchasing this from me, if you aren't investing in this product or service, not purchasing from me, but if you're not investing in this product or service for yourself, then you're missing out, because you said you need something to solve this problem. Here it is. So if you don't get it, it's not on me. I'm offering it here for this price. Here's what you can get it for. Here's how it helps. So if you have somebody that's not taking advantage of it, they're going to feel bad about not taking advantage of it. And really, that's what we want when we talk about something that's absolutely irresistible. So now I want to give you what I call a 6-figure offer framework. And I call it a framework because this is how you can piece together what's going to happen in your business with that offer. So we talked about what makes the offer irresistible. That was our first thing. Second thing here is let's talk about a 6-figure offer framework and actual types of offers that are scaling entrepreneurs to 100K and beyond and right now. These things, these frameworks are helping people make that 6 figures and beyond right now. All right. Those are the things that I'm getting ready to give you. So lock in. The first thing here is trusted revenue pricing models, right? This is what we're looking at. Signature services, offering something, a premium one-on-one group package, whether that's coaching, design, consulting, packaging your products, putting bundles together. Those things are making people 6 figures. So signature services, premium packages for people, they are where you can charge more because the value is more. Digital products are making people 6 figures right now. Courses, templates, toolkits, memberships, all of these subscription type things that you can band together to make consistent and have repetitive, rejuvenating revenue, right? It rejuvenates itself. It keeps going and going. Digital products are doing that. Done for you systems to be able to create something and hand it to a person packaged and it's already done. It's complete and what you need to deliver to that individual. People who are selling done for you systems, and a lot of this is being done through software as a service that have been done through SaaS now. Email setup, branding kits, content calendars. A lot of this stuff is making people 6 figures a year. Pop-up offers, limited time service bundles, holiday launch theme things, launch theme packages. I see a lot of travel businesses doing this. And I know some ladies who are running travel businesses who are easily making 6 figures. And they use one of the strategies that they use is actual pop-up offers because it works. Another way that people are making 6 figures using their offers right now are creating what we call hybrid offers. So combinations of products and services, mini courses, strategy calls, packaging these things together that folks actually need and that they can invest in to expand their business. Those are things that are making people 6 figures in their business right now. So here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 frameworks that I'm giving you today. 5 different ways that you can make 6 figures in your business. No matter how small it is, you can figure out how to package that. The thing is what offer do you have? What are you going to be offering people that's going to make them want to spend that much money on your business, on your products, on your services? That's the goal for you, right? So let's talk about some innovative ideas that are working. Here's some innovative things, some new and fresh things that are working for people again right now. Not in the future, not in the past, but what's actually working for people right now. Let me give you those things. Innovative ideas are things like VIP days. I see some of these, and they're the ones that I see that are highly effective are killing it. 1 day, high ticket intensive that deliver fast results for people. So if you're somebody who can offer a VIP day for something that you're doing, it sells. And VIP days, they are really good at attracting people because it's like they don't have to spend as much time. They get to save time, they get to save energy and get amazing results fast. And a lot of people don't want to waste time on building things, creating things. So give them a VIP day and make it easy for them. I've got someone in my circle right now and who's in my Facebook groups. She is an amazing WordPress website developer and she offers VIP days. And I hope she's doing super well with it because she will actually create a website for you in a day. Like I've never seen anything like it. And it's an amazing WordPress website that she does. She offers high ticket VIP days and they work. Subscription bundles are another innovative idea that's working for people right now to make them 6 figures. Monthly deliverables with ease and low churn, right? Something very simple. Subscription bundle could look like, and this is for myself. I can give you an example. You can subscribe to my Facebook group. You can subscribe to my blog. Both of these things give you resources that help you build out a new business. There's also other subscriptions that you could have for different types of businesses where you could subscribe weekly, monthly, annually, whatever it may be, but routine, regular deliverables that are easy for you to churn out. You can set it on automation and valuable and produce results for people. Those things earn you six figures. Then there's what we call offer stacking, right? Offer stacking is you have one core offer, but you layer it with some optional add-ons. And those add-ons, of course, have to add value, but offer stacking works. And then there's launch challenge funnels. Now, what do I mean by that? You can do like 3-day challenges, 2-day challenges, things that lead to sales. So as a business coach, I could put together a challenge to where I'm launching something new that's going to help small business owners maybe secure grants in their business or to increase their revenue by 30% in the next 30 days. So I put them on a 3-day challenge to say, hey, this is going to lead directly to sales. Hop on this challenge. Let's pound it out. Let's get it done. And let's make sure that the value and the results are there for you. One client that I worked with where I introduced her to doing VIP days in her business was able to switch up what she was doing, offer a VIP day, which is a high ticket intensive that she did, and $1,500 each in 1 week, right? 5 VIP days at $1,500 each. She sold them 5 VIP days, $7,500 in less than a week. So this is more than doable for you, right? It's just about creating the right offer for the people that want to purchase from you. So whether they're existing customers that are already shopping with you, or whether it's going to be a new person that hasn't met you yet, and they're trying to figure out how to shop with you because they see something they want and now they want to go after it. They want to purchase it. So you have options to get to six figures. And it looks like I've given you about 8 different ones or more already, somewhere between 8 and 10 different ways for you to reach this already. So pay close attention. And this is going to be on my YouTube channel, so you can go back and watch it. If you don't catch all of it today, go back and watch the replay on YouTube. The next thing that I want you to understand is you have to be confident in your selling abilities. Not everybody's a salesman. What you don't want to do is sound salesy or come off and feel salesy and desperate. So although we are seeking out good business, what we want to do is we want to do more attraction than we are chasing, because you can chase that sale all day long. You can chase that dollar. But if you don't build out a system for consistent attraction, then you're going to be very tired very quickly. You're going to burn out fast. So how do you sound confident in selling without feeling icky at the same time, right? Without giving people the ick and sounding cringy. So selling is a service. Let me say that again. Selling is a service. Selling cannot be treated as if you are trying to persuade or convince all the time. It's not just pitching. And I teach you how to pitch as a business coach, so you will understand how to enter the conversation where you want the conversation to end up, which is always at a sale. But it's not just pitching. You have to get curious. Selling is curiosity, right? That's the best way I can tell you. Selling is curiosity because you're asking questions and you're uncovering layers to understand how you can secure the sale, and not just secure it the first time, but how you can increase that customer lifetime value by getting them to come back again and again and again. So you first got to start the conversation, but then you have to learn how to tell a story, because people are emotionally connecting to what you sell. They're emotionally connecting to your brand somehow. So you have to share why your brand was created or that offer was created and who it helps, how it helps them. And the best way for you to use your story consistently and for it to be authentic is to make sure that you script it out, especially if you're going to have somebody helping you do sales. It is not good. We don't want to freehand anything like that. We don't want to just be making up stuff and moving along. No, because it's not authentic. So get your authentic story lined up. And then I want you to transform that into a sales script. And I say create a sales script because we want to get to the place where you're generating so many sales that you're not going to be the person contacting these customers and talking to them one-on-one all the time. They're either going to be talking to a bot or they're going to be talking to a salesperson. But that bot or that salesperson has to know your offer and they have to know the value of your offer, right? So have a sales script. The last thing that makes you seem confident and makes you feel confident over feeling icky in sales is knowing how to handle no, not now, I can't afford it, I'm not sure that I need it, I'm not sure it's going to be the quality that I want it to be, I'm not sure it's going to do what I want it to do. Handling objections is for the pros, right? That's not for the amateurs. Amateurs are going to look at objections to a sale and take it personally and try to figure out what I do wrong is nothing that you did wrong, right? You're trying to make a sale in the business. And although you feel personally attached to the business, the product or service does not reflect you as an individual when they're in front of that customer, right? That customer is trying to figure out, how is this thing going to help me? Is it worth my money? Is it worth my time? So the sooner you detach your emotions from handling objections, the more logical you can be about communicating the value to how it is going to actually be the answer for what they need. That takes empathy, it takes reframing, and it takes guidance. You know, as a 15-year healthcare administrator, one of the things that I used to teach my employees was folks that engage with you need to be guided through the process. We understand the operations behind the scenes. We rehearse it. We can do it in our sleep. You know, we can go through check-in. We can show them the website. We can do this. We can do that. We can do whatever. But at the end of the day, you know that. You've rehearsed that and you understand that. You know how important your product or service is to you. The person that's getting ready to shop with you does not have the same sentiment about what you're doing. And they don't know about how to go to your website, find this, do that. So simplify it for them. Be that guide. Guide them through objections. Guide them through issues. Take that information back and use that feedback to develop your business further. So look at handling objections as if you digesting constructive criticism and as an opportunity to help someone understand why they need your product or service. That's how you sell confident without feeling icky about what you're doing, right? Let me teach you some sales funnel basics now. Since we're talking about sales, let's talk about it. Systems that drive and sustain revenue, right? So if we're looking at this thing, we have to talk about attracting the right customers, nurturing them as leads. When we're attracting potentials, they are leads, right? Potential clients, potential customers, they're what we call leads. We've got to attract them first if we're building out a funnel for which they're going to pass through to convert to paying customers. We've got to attract them first, capture their interests, right? That's the first thing we're going to do. After the attraction comes the nurturing process. So just to attract them is not going to be enough to keep them there and to keep them interested and to stay visible to them, to be sure that you're able to present all the touch points possible that are going to be what they need to convince them that you're the one they need to be buying from and you have the product or service that they need, right? We're talking about getting the 6 figures here. So we want to be able to master the things that I'm teaching you so you can do them mechanically, right? And you're not even thinking about it, or you're having systems to do these things for you. So building out a sales funnel, the first thing you're going to do is attract people. How do you attract the right customers? Through your content, through your lead magnets, and through your lives or your engagement, right? Lead magnets could look like offering someone a discount for first-time shopping. Lead magnets could look like, let me provide you with a free resource to help you understand how to move forward in something that you're doing. Content, lead magnets, and engagement. That's how you attract folks, right? That's the attraction piece of it. And we're talking sales funnel basics. What's the next basic thing that you need to have in a sales funnel? That would be that nurturing piece, right? How do you nurture a lead? Whether that's a cold lead who is not interested, maybe not able or not willing to pay, what you're selling your offer for. Maybe it's a warm lead who is able and willing to pay, but they're just not sure that they're ready to take the leap yet and invest in what you're offering. Or it's a hot lead. They're ready to pay. They know who you are. They know what you have. They know what's going to help. They're just waiting on the opportunity to hit the click purchase, add to cart and buy, right? We want to nurture those people. What does nurturing in a sales funnel look like? That looks like email sequences and looks like a separate level of engagement, a little bit higher, to check in and say, hey, I noticed that you were interested in this product or service. And of course, a lot of this can be automated or used AI for. How about we show you this? Or shopping with us the first time means that you get to take advantage of this or this bundle at this rate. Value, communicating all of that. So the attraction piece is the content, lead magnets, and engagement. Nurturing is emails, further engagement that communicates that value. That's what nurturing is, right? And staying there in front of them to maintain that attention. The last basic step in a sales funnel is conversion, is getting them to buy, giving them a clear call to action, adding a sense of urgency, letting them know that this may not always be available at this price for what you're able to get it now, and offer clarity. Make it really clear, crystal clear. People who are ready to purchase don't have any more questions. The only way you can get a person to not have any more questions is to answer all of them preemptively, right? Or answer all of them by either responding to the objections, handling all of that, making sure that's the only way you can get a person to buy. That's how you create that offer clarity. If I had to give you 3 sales funnel basics, 3 steps that you walk a person through to secure that sale that you can put on repeat to get you to 100K. So all of those things I gave you earlier, all the ways to do it. Here's how you can get to the place where you approach it and actually execute and get it done, right? That makes sense? Yes, drop it up in the comments and tell me, yes, that makes sense. All right, here are systems that are going to drive your revenue and sustain it. So making 100K is cute. It's real cute. But it's better. It looks even better when we make it consistent. That's the difference here. So let's talk about making 100K, but then let's make 100K consistently. What systems are you going to need to do that? Here are the systems that you're going to need in place to not only drive to 100K, but to keep you at 100K. You need customer retention management systems. You need a CRM. CRM is going to track your leads. It's going to help you follow up with them, and it's going to help you close the deals. Now, some CRMs are built into certain websites already to help you. Shopify and some others. There's some CRMs that are separately. Like I use HubSpot for my CRM. You can use Constant Contact for your CRM. There are other ones, but these are all the systems that you're going to need to get to 100 figures and stay there and sustain it and keep it. Email automation is the second system you need to keep yourself at 6 figures. Welcome series. Have a welcome series that's going out. Have a nurturing flow of email sequences that goes out, that consistently communicates with potential customers, that tells them, hey, here's this person again. Here's this product or service again. Here's what it can do. Here's why it helps you. The third thing you need to make and sustain 6 figures is a sales tracker. You got to know your numbers. You've got to know your numbers. Daily and weekly goals is where it's at. Daily and weekly goals where it's at. And I just got through teaching another series where I was training my attendees in there. Is like, here's what I want you to do. Set a weekly money date with yourself. Have a date with yourself where you review the finances in your business. You get a sales tracker. You sit down and you go over your numbers. You go over your income that you brought in for the week. You go over your expenses that went out for the week. You go over your profitability. You look at your prices throughout that week. How did things happen? How did money flow throughout your business? What does your profit margin look like? Daily and weekly goals. You cannot get to and maintain 6 figures without watching your money, right? So you've got to have that sales tracker and know your numbers. Last thing you've got to have is an offer calendar. And I'm stretching you a little bit with this one because not a lot of people actually do this. But I am encouraging you to create an offer calendar. Now, what is that, Biz Coach C? That is what you use to plan out your promotions, your different launches, your flash sales, when you want to have certain products or services roll out, how you want them to roll out, who you want it to roll out to. Create an offer calendar for yourself. This keeps you on top of things like holidays and stuff that your business can really take advantage of. These are the systems, I promise you, these are the 4 systems, core systems that you need to have in place to reach 6 figures and to maintain it in your business. This is what drives that revenue. Those are revenue drivers. All right. Strategies for repeatable sales. So we want to put this thing on repeat. We want to make it repetitious. So it's going to continue to happen again and again and again. And we're going to continue to generate that revenue again and again and again. And it won't be just a one and done, because I have known small business owners to hit a 6-figure mark and never hit it again. And they're trying to figure out how to get back to it. So some of those people that I'm working with now, I'm teaching them these strategies, right? For repeatable sales, things that are going to be coming back again and again and again to increase their customer lifetime value. Quarterly offer cycles, right? Rotate offers, keep them fresh. Don't let your business get stale in the eyes of the customer. So quarterly offer cycles are really good to help you with this, where you rotate your offers, rotate around what you're doing, switch it up. You can make it seasonal. You can do it however you want it, but every now and then, I promise you, switch it up, and it's going to work better and better and better. Client journey mapping. I can't teach this enough. Like, map out your customer journey. You need to understand at any point with someone shopping with you what they're experiencing. And you need to make sure at any point that someone is shopping with you or watching what you do, or watching an ad, visiting your site, whatever that is, what's the next step for that client, right? What's the next step for that customer? And you have to map that out. This is what it looks like when somebody finds me online here. When they access my emails, this is what happens. This is what's available to them. This is the path that I want them to follow. Map out that journey for your customer. And then find an upsell pathway, right? Selling your product, selling one single product or service at the same price will eventually get you to where you want to go if you're able to sell more of it or increase the price, right? But if you create an upsell pathway, what you can do is create a really relaxed path for customers to follow to get to a premium offer. Upsell pathways also give you the opportunity to present more than one service. So you need to have more than just one thing available if it's something that is not easily scaled or easily sold alone. If you have not mastered how to do that, if you're offering more than one product or service, you can start with tiers on what you're selling, right? A freebie, right? Freebies are good, a sample. Then offer something that's low ticket, low charge, not the highest amount of value, but still good quality that makes them want more. But then you present your core offer. Now, your core offer isn't the highest level thing that you do, but it's one of the most impactful things that you can sell to a customer that makes them want more, right? So if somebody bites your core offer, then they're definitely a lead for your premium offer, especially if they've had an amazing experience with you. So here's a bonus tip. Use post-sale surveys to improve your delivery and open up new offers. Get feedback and request a lot of feedback and request it often, because the more you hear back from people, the more you're able to implement back into the business, and the more you know what works and what doesn't. Because if it's not, then you absolutely need to remove it, right? Let's talk about maintaining momentum when it comes to you trying to keep up with making 6 figures in the business. So if you've ever hit 10K once, like in a month, the next step is you creating a system, like a mindset and offers that's going to keep that money coming repeatedly. That's going to keep that money coming in the same way. So it's like once you've had a taste of it, then you need to figure out, I don't just want to taste this anymore. Like, I want to make a meal out of it, and I want to be able to refrigerate it and bring it back for leftovers. Seriously. It's how you need to be thinking about this thing. So the next step, first, you got to figure out how to hit that first goal. And I would suggest that you look at trying to hit 10K as a monthly goal to get you started. Once you hit that and you start getting close to it, you've got to create a system, a mindset, and an offer that is going to keep that coming. So we're talking about continued growth once you start figuring it out, right? What does maintaining your momentum look like? Here's what it looks like. It looks like you having good habits. Those good habits are weekly revenue check-ins. Remember, I said look at your money on a weekly basis, not monthly, because a lot can happen in 30 days in your operating account, right? Don't just wait till once a month. Weekly review your revenue. Check in with it on a weekly basis. Monthly offer reviews. The things that these offers that you are building out of how you're going to offer your product, how you're going to offer your service, look at your offers at least once a month, because there may be some that you need to tweak and change. If it's not working, then we definitely want to adjust it to where it's performing better, or we figure out that it's at a point where it's not going to do anything and we need to get rid of it altogether, right? So check on your offers monthly. Everything that you're offering, check on that once a month to make sure that that offer is still where it needs to be. Third thing that you do to maintain your momentum is track your conversion rates. Track how many people are actually converting to paid customers. Understand that number and understand how that number trends. Are you experiencing more or less at a certain time during the month and what's going on, or during the week with what's going on with that? But track your conversion rates and do that from every place that you have a selling point. So everywhere that you have somewhere where somebody can make a purchase, track your conversion numbers there. All right. Last thing that you do to maintain your momentum as a small business owner getting to six figures is quarterly cash flow audits. So these are outside of just your monthly offer reviews and your weekly revenue check-ins. We're talking quarterly cash flow audits. How is money moving throughout your business? What's your cash flow performance look like compared to what are you spending on the cost of your goods? What are you spending on expenses? And what are you bringing in as revenue? What does that margin look like? And how consistent is that margin remaining on that trending line throughout the quarter, right? How well is your business performing throughout a quarter? So check your cash flow on a quarterly basis. If you do these four things, then you will be maintaining the momentum in your business, and you will know how to stay where you are and move forward, not just stay there, but how to feel comfortable where you are, how to feel valid in the state that you're performing in your business, and how to move forward. Community, coaching, and accountability is the next thing I want to give you. And these are super important because staying connected is going to help you stay plugged into groups like the Road to 100K group. That is all that it takes sometimes, is staying connected. And I just got through teaching a synergy course to another group today and telling them how linking arms with the right people help you increase your visibility and your credibility, and you can leverage that to outperform yourself in your business, because it's not about competition, but it's about collaboration and how far we can climb together. So just remember, consistency and refinement will always lead to long-term profit for you, right? Let me say that again. Consistency and refinement, continuing to refine, continuing to perfect and progress. Those things lead to long-term projects, profit for you. So stay connected in the right groups. Things like Six Secrets, things like the Road to 100K program that'll help you continue to maintain that momentum and get to six figures and keep it. Invest in the right type of support. Get coaching when you need it. Get mentorship when you need it. This is going to keep you sharp and focused, right? You're staying on top of your game when you're investing in services like this. So in smart money classes that I teach you how to allocate your money, where 15% of every bit of revenue that you make is going to go back into reinvestment in the business. Invest in support with that 15%. Get the coaching, go to the conference, sign up for the webinar, do whatever you have to do. But when you invest in support for yourself, you're making sure that you stay sharp and focused, and nothing is going to get past you if you do that. But if you do not invest in your professional growth, you will stay stagnant. It's just as simple and plain as I can put it. Test and refine for that accountability. So don't just launch in a vacuum, right? And don't sit in a silo and think that six figures is going to magically happen and you're going to put in that much effort and work. Getting to six figures does not look like that, at least especially not to your first one. Now, once you've gotten there the first time, you will learn really quickly that I was not siloed on my journey here. I had to have this individual, I had to have this business, and we created this. But along in that process of you building, you have to test out things and you have to test frequently. And not only do you have to test frequently, like Warren Buffett says, but you have to refine it. So don't launch in a vacuum. Test, tweak, and repeat. Test, tweak, and repeat. That's what we're going to do here. All right. So your close and your call to action. Here's what happens with that. And let me explain to you with what I mean by that. So right here, you don't need like a million offers, right? I don't want you to think that you have to be offering a million things to get to six figures, because the more products and services you have, the more challenging it is to maintain each one of those and monitor them and go back and look and see what's working and what's not. So it's not that you have to have a million offers in place to get the attention of all of these different groups and niche markets of people. You just need the right one, right? You need the right one, and it needs to be presented in the right way to the right people. The right offer presented the right way to the right people. And now you have a blueprint to do that. You have a full blueprint to do that. So here's what I want you to do, and here's what I want you to think about. Share your offer, right? First, you got to make sure that you have your offer in place. Understand what it is you're offering, the price point to it. If you're going to get 10K a month, how many of it do you have to sell to make it happen? Right? How many of them do you have to sell to make it happen? Create an irresistible offer for it, because you can't share an offer unless you've created one. So create an offer that makes people look at it and go, maybe I need that. And the fact is when they scroll past it after they said that, then they're also saying, let me scroll back and take a look at that again, because I don't think I should miss out on that. That's the kind of offer we want to put in front of people. Those are the kind of offers that you can sell over and over and over that get you to six figures a year and help you maintain it, right? Use the worksheet. I'm going to be giving you an offer at the end of this, just a few minutes, that is going to show you how you can do all of these things, maintain it. If you download that, it will help you make sure that you're creating the right offer and you're offering it to the right people at the right price. Get feedback on what you're doing. Collect insights. Start promoting what it is about the experience that people are having. How are you going to communicate with those people? But first, you have to get that feedback. So ask for it. Ask for Google reviews. Ask for all types of reviews. Ask them to send you an email. Ask them to make you a video that talks about their experience dealing with your product or service. But that's what I would give you as a call to action today. And the last thing that I'm going to show you here is how you can actually do this for yourself. So an offer builder toolkit is what I've put together for everybody that's watching this call. And why do I call it the offer builder toolkit is because this is going to help you build the offer out that you need. And what's included in that is an offer clarity worksheet that's going to help you define the transformation that you want to make. You identify your target buyer with this, and then you clarify the pain points and outcomes. Second thing that I put in this toolkit for you is called a value stack builder that lets you outline your core offer. You add any kind of bonuses, add in those urgency triggers that get people's attention and make them want to take that thumb and scroll back up and see what's going on. And those templates are like in a here's what you get format, so it's easy for you to use. And then there's an irresistible offer checklist that's also in here. That's a 15-point checklist that tests if your offer is compelling enough to sell it at scale. So it may be compelling enough for you to sell it like it is, but can you sell it at scale where it's going to get more and more and more? And then the last thing that's included in here is a mini launch plan template. And what that is I'm giving you a 7-day promo sequence to promote your offer. I give you social media content ideas and an email launch outline and an email series outline that helps you understand how to launch this in a small way that is at least going to give you a test population that will say, hey, this is going to work or it's not. So right now you can get this at $5 for $5 until May 31st. So it's only good for a few days. After then, it's going back to regular price of $15. And you can download the Offer Builder Toolkit on my website to help you with that. With that being said, thank you for watching today's training. I am Biz Coach C. If you want to work with me, visit my website at clsmgmt.com. That's where that Offer Builder Toolkit is always also going to be. Hover over services and go down to digital products. You'll be able to download it there, and you'll be able to use a code to get it for $5. Let me put this code on here so y'all will know what it is. So only people who are watching this are going to be able to get this code to download that digital product, that $15 one, just for $5. That code is going to be 5 offer. Let me run that for y'all so you can see it. Your discount code to be able to get the Offer Builder Toolkit on my website for just $5 instead of $15. The discount code is going to be 5 offer. Now, it's not live right now, but it's going to be live at 5 p.m. today. So after 5 p.m. today, you'll be able to download the Offer Builder Toolkit. And if you use this code on the screen, you'll be able to get it for just $5 instead of the $15 that it's for on the website. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. And again, this presentation was in partnership with Southeastern Community College Small Business Center, where Pam Jacobs is the director, and they are awesome about serving entrepreneurs and building small businesses in the community to help uplift and support our communities. And if you're following me on any social media channel, the handle is at CLSMGMT. I'm Biz Coach C, and I would love to work with you. And if you are a Black woman watching this, Black or brown, you need to be in the 6 Secrets group where the road to 100K first started and where all of these connections are there for you. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. Get that right there. Use that code, and make sure you do it before May 31st so you can grab that download after 5 p.m. today on May 28th of 2025. Bye, guys.